All right, go ahead.
So I want to share a story with you guys from my childhood. When I was 5 years old, my family and I moved to a new house in the south suburbs. When we arrived, I was so excited because I saw a little girl across the street. I was like, okay, perfect. New move, new best friend. Everything is going to work out perfectly. I had all these beautiful visions in my head. So once we got settled in, we picked our rooms and everything, I went up to my parents and I said, can I go meet the new neighbors? They told me, of course. So I zoomed across the street. And by zoom, I mean I stopped, look, and listen, because you always have to stop, look, and listen. Very, very important. I never broke rules as a kid. Still don't break many rules. So I went up to her, and she had shoulder-length, dark brown hair, and she had some meat on her bones. She was a bigger girl. And I had really super short hair. You know that mushroom cut? Like very boy-looking? And sometimes people told me the only reason they knew I was a girl was because I had these gold flowered earrings my grandma gave me that I never took off. So, yeah, I went up to her and I said, hi, my name's Jane and I just moved across the street. We're going to be neighbors. And she goes, hi, my name's Selena, I'm Hafner, and I know you're my neighbor. I just saw the moving truck. Okay, there's no need for that snootiness, alright? But I was too excited to really let it bother me. So we ended up playing teacups on her porch, and eventually we got to the subject of school. I told her, I'm in kindergarten and I'm going to Dorn. And she said, I'm in kindergarten too. I'm 5 years old and my birthday is in December. I don't know why she had to say everything with a I'm better than you type of voice, but she did. So I said back, my birthday's in June and I just turned 5. And then I added, just to be funny, I said, haha, I'm older than you. And she just flipped. She really actually flipped out. She goes, you just told me you just turned 5 and your birthday is in June. That means you were born in 1995. My birthday is in December, so I'm in 1994. That means I'm older than you. I was just really sick of her, so I was like, okay, time to humiliate this new girl as a new neighbor. I was just done. I was ready. So I said, actually, June comes before December. It comes in the song. Like, I'm older than you. And she looked like I was really dumb, so I had to sing the song for her. So I said, January, February, March, April. I had to sing the whole thing. And she still didn't get it. So she goes, Lou Jane Ottman, you're wrong. My mother tells me every night that I'm the smartest girl in the world. And she's a lawyer, so she's always right. And that explained a few things. I'm not going to mention them, but they're implied. So I got really upset. And I swear, I was a really good kid. And I never swore, and I never said shut up. But I was so upset. I was new, a new house, new school. I just wanted a Mexican best friend. That's all I wanted. So I stood up, and I said, so you're just a chubby know-it-all. And I ran across the street. And she told me beforehand that her mom didn't allow her to cross the street. So I put my hands on my head, and I said, no, boo-boo. You're not that smart if you're not allowed to cross the street. So I ran inside, and when I opened the door, I heard her yell, I'm going to tell my mom. And I was like, okay, yeah, whatever. You're actually going to tell your mom. I didn't do anything wrong. What are you going to tell your mom? That I said, you're chubby, like, that you're a know-it-all? I mean, well, they're both true. I was an awful child. So 20 minutes later, I went and hid, like I said, we had recently moved. Or we had moved that day, so there were lots of boxes, and since I was really small for a kid, I just went and hid in all the boxes. And 20 minutes later, I heard the doorbell ring, and I was like, no way, she actually told her mom. Like, is this for real right now? Is this like the child version of the Twilight Zone? So I hid in the box, and I heard my mom open the door, and I heard an older version of Selena's voice saying, hi, your daughter just said something very rude to my daughter. I think she should come and apologize. And I was like, oh my God, what is happening right now? So my mom, she said, I'm really surprised if Blue Jane said that because she's normally a very nice girl. She likes to be friends with everyone. And Selena's like, well, she didn't say something very nice. So my mom starts calling me. She's like, Blue Jane, come here. Someone wants to see you. I didn't answer. I know what happens when I go to the door and my mom's there and there's another woman saying I did something wrong. I was not there. So eventually my mom yelled, I know exactly where you are. There are only 5 boxes in the house and you're only small enough to fit in one. I was like, shoot. So my mom comes over and she drags the box to the door. And she's like, climb out right now, you're going to apologize. So I climbed down the box, and then I hid behind my mom's leg. And my mom said, okay, you have to apologize now. And I said, no, I'm not gonna. And I shut the door in their faces. I don't know how this happened. My mom was so appalled. She whipped the door back open, and she's like, I'm so very sorry. Eugene is never like this. You know, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened either. This girl, she just pushed my buttons so much. And she's going to be my neighbor? Wonderful. So eventually I think I apologized just so my mom wouldn't be upset. And as the door started to close, I told Selena, I was like, I never want to play with you again. And she said, yeah, well, me neither. And that's the story of how my best friend for 14 years and I met.
Awesome. That was kind of fast.
Yeah, that was really fast.